Hello! Superheroes can make the quietest guy in school a real Superman, a menace of all criminals and the savior of poor old ladies. Well, isn't that a great reason for the younger generation to be like them? Today I'm going to show you the top costumes that every child will love. There will be cosplays for a wide variety of tastes, so get ready for the video and click the like button, subscribe to the channel and press the bell so you will never miss anything interesting. Have you finished? Then let's go to the world of superheroes. Predator is an ancient alien race of hunters. They belong to one of the most advanced alien species. They are also called Yotja. Most of the times predators hunt alone, but there are exceptions when a group of young hunters undergo an initiation rite during which their elders choose a prey for the younger ones. The appearance of Yotja is probably familiar to any science fiction connoisseur. They are humanoid creatures 2.5 meters high with a mass of 150–200 kilograms. The face of their predator reminds of a mutated crab and has 4 lower jaws. When they open, they expose a large mouth with large fangs. The mandibles serve for communication and mood conveying, and their design allows the Yotja to imitate the speech of other humanoids. Well, now you can see a little bit smaller predator. Anyway, this baby looks very respectable. Do you agree? Iron Man. Are there any people who don't love this character? In my opinion, this is one of the most popular, famous and cool dudes from comics. It's no surprise that kids also adore Iron Man and ask their parents to buy suits like this. As for the cosplay itself, the costume is made with high quality. It has a bunch of luminous elements that make it very beautiful and harmonious. The only thing is that the head is too big, or it just seems to me. In any case, write in the comments what exactly you think about the costume. It will be very interesting to read. Next in line is a less expensive but by no means less interesting and attractive costume. This is the armor of the head of the Autobots called Optimus Prime. He is a favorite of all science fiction fans as well as particularly Transformers lovers. The costume turned out to be very simple, just a folded car where a person can easily fit. More specifically, a little boy or a girl can do this. The main thing is to choose the right clothes. You shouldn't feel sorry for it, since you need to cling to the ground, and at the same time, it should match in color. Well, such costume can be good for some parties or just be given as a toy to a child. Do you agree with me? BB-8 is a character known even to all those who have not watched Star Wars. It's an astromech droid that was functioning 30 years after the Battle of Endor. The droid has a large head and a spherical body. Due to the very simple design, the costume will suit absolutely any kid who is a fan of toys and cosplays. Besides, it seems to be done quite well. You can see well-arranged details and at the same time, lightweight material. I think it's a super robot suit. I want to hit thumbs up for it. And this is the costume of the alien, a monster that scares many people to goosebumps. If you don't know, he is an alien organism, an interspecies parasite that combines the features of different species of insects and animals. The alien can be called an ideal organism. It's difficult to kill him, and even when injured or dying, the xenomorph is capable of causing harm, since its blood contains the full-strength acid. Aliens lack a developed intellect, but they have powerful instincts aimed primarily at survival, reproduction, and destruction of everything that potentially poses a danger to them. As for me, this is an interesting story, so I never get tired of telling it again and again. Probably this is the reason why this dude on the right has fallen in love with the suit. Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader. This name is known even to those who have never watched Star Wars. Whatever one may say, this is the central character of the first 6 episodes of the Star Wars saga. He also appears in Rogue One. The Star Wars film epic shows his rise as a Jedi Knight, his transition to the dark side of the Force, and his eventual redemption. This is another emotional story that can touch even the kids. That is why it will be doubly cool for them to dress in such a nice costume and play, imagining themselves as powerful warriors. Well, now it's time for all those who do not want to be serious, for those who don't like super epic stories, intergalactic battles, etc. It will be much more easier and interesting for them to pretend to be Bumblebee, a character who actually looks like a small cosplayer himself. After all, Bumblebee is the funniest of all Transformers. This robot is always savvy about all current topics. He can cheer up others and turn into a top-end yellow Chevrolet. Besides, he's very strong and cool. Isn't that the perfect candidate for a toddler costume, This is the suit that doesn't belong to an individual but to stormtroopers. These are elite warriors of the Galactic Empire who were the embodiment of the absolute power of Emperor Palpatine. These faceless servants of the New Order carry the will of the Emperor to thousands of star systems across the galaxy with force and cruelty. During the rise of the Empire, stormtroopers had become the living embodiment of its strength, ruthlessness and fear. With a few exceptions, all stormtroopers were clad in white armor, which set them apart from other military units of the Empire. This is the coolest costume and it is simply impossible to find any fault in it. Very good. Norman Osborn. I'm sure that all the olds who have just heard this name shuddered and started to cry, and this is the same person who received a second personality in his head and became the most dangerous criminal, called the Green Goblin, during one experiment. He was using a top transport, looked cool and at some point was even invincible. And this children's costume perfectly conveys all these emotions. It is so perfect that even I want to dress up in it myself. The next hero of our video was originally called Wade Wilson. He was an international hitman who had been working for various governments until he discovered he had cancer. In order to get well, he became a member of the Weapon X program in Canada, which endowed him with a healing factor from another participant. But after this, Wade was forced to work for them. When he killed a member of the team, he was sent to have his powers removed. However, instead of this, Wade was experimented on, which caused the deterioration of his mental state and weakening of the healing factor. Due to this, it was not possible anymore to heal the cancerous scars, and as a result, an insane death drive developed. That is why Wade became a killer for hire again. Nicknamed the Talkative Mercenary, Deadpool took to killing and enjoying it. If your kid is old enough for such a story, then why not give him a similar costume, huh? As for me, it looks cool, it is light and amazing. There are even swords in the back, just like the main character has. To be honest, I don't know much about anime, and I can't tell you what kind of character this guy portrayed, but he did it really cool. Especially I like this blue hair, a nice orange shirt and cool pants with shoes. Everything is somehow harmonious or something. Hope you understand what I mean. If there are people who know a thing or two about anime, please write in the comments what character the dude showed. I would be very grateful. And this is Captain America, a character from the Marvel Universe who achieved all this power with his own hands without anyone's help. He is very cool and manages entire troops. Well, isn't this a perfect reason for a kid to dress up as Captain America and imagine himself as the commander-in-chief and a super strong fighter? I think that's exactly what it is, folks. The costume is made exactly like the original one. There is a cool mask, a shield as a main attribute, armor and inflated muscles. Everything is as it should be. We have another Transformer next in line, but this time I'm not sure it was actually taken from one of the parts of the film. Perhaps the guys made this costume themselves, although you know what? It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that the costume turned out to be amazing both when the kid was standing as well as when it lies on its two wheels. By God, if I didn't look at this motorcycle up close and were somewhere 30-40 meters away, I would really think that there was a small motorcycle in front of me. The main thing is that you should be careful and avoid sitting on it, otherwise you can simply crush it. The costume looks very realistic. Here is another character from the same Marvel universe. While the situation is like this as there are many characters, the universe itself is big, and there are also a lot of its fans. Well, here is a Rocket. In case you do not know, this is genetically modified animal that has become a criminal for hire. Along with his friend and partner Groot, Rocket had been traveling through the galaxy hunting for bounty until he met Star-Lord, who persuaded him to help him sell the orb for a hefty reward. However, when the orb was revealed to contain one of the Infinity Stones that Ronan the Accuser was looking for, Rocket, against all his habits, decided to help stop Ronan from destroying Xander. Oh, sorry I have got carried away by the story. I hope that you had time to check out this top suit. And here is another hero from Star Wars. This time, he is not as hackneyed as a stormtrooper or the same Darth Vader. Here is a Jango Fett suit. This is a famous Mandalorian mercenary as well as an assassin and the best bounty hunter of his era. He is also the father of Boba Fett, who is the genetic clone, and Jango raised him as his own son. Jango Fett was known throughout the criminal world of the galaxy, being the epitome of strength, agility and prudence. He could always find a way to capture and destroy his target. A sleek armored helmet hid his face, and a suit of armor protected his powerful body. Fett's equipment was designed to effectively protect him from any enemy and to help him deal with opponents effectively. It included folding wrist blades, dual pistols, a prisoner net, a flamethrower, and some other deadly weapons. A jetpack equipped with a jet engine provided its owner with high mobility and an advantage in maneuverability over the enemy. There was also a launcher for firing high-yield rockets in it. You can see the rocket warhead behind him. Apparently, all children like the Transformers so much that they tried to make them from everything that comes in their hands. Here, for example, you have a Tesla Transformer. I have no idea how it was made, but especially when the original car is in the background, it looks very cool and unusual. I would also like to have one for myself. I mean the car, of course. Well, that's all, friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and goodbye for now.